By the summer of 1989, Joe DAngelo was living under the radar, back at his home in Citrus Heights. Now a father of 3 young girls, he ended up getting a job close to home as a truck mechanic for the supermarket chain Save Mart. Robert Brown, a supervisor at the depot, knew Joe for more than 20 years.
Did you have any first impressions of him back then?
He was a nice guy, friendly enough, knew what he was talking about, and he did his job well.
So he was a good mechanic?
Yeah, good mechanic.
But according to his neighbor, Sonia Gorman, DAngelo was anything but your typical suburban dad.
The man was very abrasive, and he was scary to children and to us as adults. And so when they'd come out and play in the backyard, he would start yelling at his own children, and if he heard our children up here, he'd yell at them.
Was there something about the way that he yelled at you that made you scared?
Yeah, Joe taught me how to cuss. The words that I heard on this side of the fence were the earliest and the most foul that I had ever heard, and it was traumatizing. It scared me and my siblings to death.
But what caused the most friction between the neighbors was the Gorman's Rottweiler.
It irritated him to know that we had a dog.
There are lots of people that don't like dogs barking. Was his response to dogs something more than just a typical response?
Oh my gosh, it was scary. One time, I was in the backyard, I was just doing my gardening, and all of a sudden, he came around the corner. He had come through the front gate, came into the backyard, and he scared me. I get goosebumps even right now just talking about it, because it scared me. It scared me really bad.
According to the Gormans, DAngelo's rage was so intense that they say he acted on it.
We came home from church one weekend, and there was a message that said, "If you don't shut that dog up, I'll bring a load of death to your house." My dad immediately recognized the voice as Joe.
According to Grant, DAngelo admitted making the call when Grant's father confronted him.
In that year that we had the death threat left, the dog started having serious medical issues, and we had to put the dog down. And our family is suspicious that Joe might have poisoned the dog and it went undiagnosed.
It's a striking coincidence that some of DAngelo's neighbors in both Auburn and in Citrus Heights believe he poisoned their dogs, although they don't have evidence to prove it.
Were you tempted to call the police?
I never thought of that because I've never had to call the police in all the time I've been here, but I just knew that I wanted nothing to do with him and his family.